So I hear that you guys want to see more makeup. You miss the teaching, you miss the learning, you miss the sit down communication, conversation, connection. And that is music to my ears because that is what I miss and that is what I love. And that's why I started doing this in the first place. I'll be honest with you guys. I am not good at short form. I never have been good at short form. I don't feel like the way I like to do makeup really works on this app. So today, I have pulled out my actual camera for the first time in a very long time, and I'm going to film a makeup tutorial my way. I've never done this before on TikTok. I don't know how this is gonna go. This is gonna fulfill my heart, if anything, and I hope that you enjoy it. It's probably gonna be a couple of different videos because that's just how it works around here. I'm a talker, and I love to talk about beauty products. So with that being said, let's get started. So when I sit down to do my makeup, the very first thing I do is my eyebrows. Always, I lay them down with Rare Beauty Brow Gel, and then after that dries for a few seconds, I fill them in. I washed my face and did my skincare about an hour ago, and because I knew I was doing my makeup, this is a great tip. I did not put serums on my eyebrow area because I knew while applying this, it's not gonna work as well, and also it can kind of like goop up with other serums that may have gotten in your brow hair. Okay, so my eyebrows are filled in, and now I'm going to move to complexion. For today, I'm gonna be showing you guys kind of like my go-to face that I do when I want to be full glam, but it's so easy that I can do this look in my sleep. I am using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is still one of my favorite primers. And also, just so you know, I technically do not need to really prime my face right now. I'm just kind of doing this in case you need to. This is a great primer that you could use, but because I just recently did my skincare, my skin is very tacky from the serums that I use, and that would work as a great primer. All you're really looking for is this texture right here in your skin. You see that? The way it's gripping onto my fingers, and it doesn't matter how you achieve that. It does not have to say primer on the bottle. It can be a face serum that you use in the bathroom after your skincare. You just want your skin to have that grip so that your foundation and concealer have something to stick to and don't move. I'm going to be using the House Labs foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations. I have a few different ways I like to apply my foundation and a few different techniques depending how much coverage I want that day. I'm really into this Victoria Beckham foundation right now. It is expensive as hell though, but I really like it. My favorite like just go-to everyday foundation is the House Labs. It's so amazing in my opinion. Okay, so my allergies are going absolutely insane. So what I do on a lot of days is I grab the Soft Matte Concealer right here by NARS, and I will put on this wherever I have any additional redness or any breakouts. I'm always red around my chin and I'm always red around my nose because I don't want to put on an insane amount of the foundation. That's something that I've really changed about my routine the last year is I like to use less foundation and more concealer in targeted areas. I have like hyperpigmentation like right in here. And I'm like, hello, where did you come from? Thanks, no thanks. So I just kind of like cover that area up messily. Okay. Now grabbing my foundation, I'm gonna make a little cocktail. I might not drink cocktails anymore, but I'm still mixing foundation cocktails. I'm gonna use two different shades and mix those together. I am convinced that there is no brand out there that actually has the shade for everyone. That's the fun thing about makeup is you can create it. So I'm just gonna kind of play around until I get my shade. You can see I'm literally going in with such a small amount right now. BK Beauty 101 brush. This brush is amazing. I used to only use a beauty sponge to blend in my foundation until this brush came along. This brush is worth the hype. To me, this brush is like a tampon. When I need it, I need it. Another tip when applying foundation, I never go directly on my hand and pick that up and put it on my skin. I'm always going to touch it, apply it to my skin, and then blend it in with the brush. The coverage is gonna be so much better. The foundation isn't going to adhere to the bristles as much. You're gonna press it into the skin, and it's gonna look so much better in the end. This hair has to get on my face. Yeah, there we go. Oh bitch, I can already tell I am gonna enter flow state. Okay, now it does not matter how much your foundation matches your face. You have to bring it down your neck. If I've taught you anything in the last 14 years, it's to blend, damn it. Blend that down your neck. I don't care if you're wearing a turtleneck. I don't care what you're wearing. It needs to come down your neck. I'm just so glad I'm not doing my mascara right now. Woo! Okay, I'm grabbing some Hourglass concealer and I'm putting this underneath my eye. This is the shape that I personally do for concealer. I like a lot of concealer. I know that all these girls are out here like, it's not for me, okay? So I'm mixing two shades because I'm high maintenance. I'm gonna bring this down, sides of the nose. We're gonna blend this bitch out. Okay, so there's my desired shape. If you're lucky enough to have the time, sit and let this dry down for like 30 seconds. It will make it so much better. I'm gonna blend it out with a damp beauty sponge. This is a Pawpaw sponge. You buy a bag of them on Amazon for like $10 or less. They are amazing. And the coverage that this concealer is gonna give, especially after letting it sit for a minute, is unmatched. So creamy, so high coverage. Of course it's going to crease on you. Like anyone that says that there's a concealer out there that just doesn't crease, that's not true. It's because you don't have fine lines. If you have fine lines, a creamy concealer is going to crease on you, but there's ways to work around that with setting. This up on the nose between the eyebrows. You guys, I am so sniffly right now. Like, is anyone else fighting for their life with allergies? I'm sorry, look at that under eye. It's perfect. If there's any areas you feel like need extra coverage, now is the time to go in and do that with your concealer. Okay, foundation and concealer is done, and now I'm gonna be going in with my bronzing slash contour, my bronzer shade, if you will. Today, I'm gonna be using the Lunar Beauty Bronzing and Sculpting Stick in the shade Medium Sky. Manny did such an incredible job developing these. The formula is gorgeous. So as you can see, I do lines right there, and then what I also do is take my brush, touch a little bit of it on there, and then just go ahead and mix that all together and blend it out. Higher up on the cheekbone, as always, I do not want to go below the ear. So you like always imagine a line from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, right? Like that's like your personal contour line. You don't want the brown to be down in this area. You want to keep that nice and light and bright. I learned that trick when I was working at MAC in 2009, I think, when Kim Kardashian was getting so popular for her contour. So that's what we used to always tell the clients. I need to shave my face. We're gonna ignore that for now. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm using the BK Beauty 109 brush. This has been my favorite brush recently. It's the perfect size for this process. And no, I am not affiliated or sponsored with BK Beauty in any way, shape, or form. I just freaking love their brushes. I'm gonna grab the Victoria Beckham contour stick. So you could totally just use the exact same one that you use on your face, but I use this because I have it and because the shape is so skinny and easy. I've been contouring my nose totally different recently, and it's so wild because so many of my followers have noticed on my Instagram. I get DMs all the time asking what I did differently to my nose, and I'm like, oh my God, like it actually worked. You guys notice the difference. I'm grabbing a Toolbox beauty brush. I'm going to just blend this out. I'm not gonna be super precise with blending this out because I just kind of want that color on my nose in general, and I will do a little bit more contouring in a few minutes. I think I'm feeling kind of peachy today, so I'm gonna go in with Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in the shade Charm. And I'm gonna take that and do like 3 dots up there. As you can see, I'm doing it towards the back side of my face because I do not want the majority of this color to be anywhere in the center. So I'm gonna use that exact same brush that I use for my bronzer. I'm gonna stipple this right around my eye area, onto the cheek, by the brow, up and around the brow. This is just my current blush placement. You can see I'm bringing it down lightly onto the actual apple of the cheek. Super light. I feel like that kind of disappeared, so I'm giving myself one more dot. There we go. Underneath the eye a little bit, because I want my eyeshadow, when I'm done, to kind of kiss the blush right here on my outer corner of my eye. Do not miss this step. Grab your beauty sponge before doing anything else. Lightly dab over top of that blush, lightly, just a little bit, not too many times, but you wanna get rid of any harsh lines that we had from applying that, because it's inevitable, it will happen. This is just gonna soften it out and make it look so much better before you set it for the rest of the day. You guys, I have news. I've turned into a full-blown freckle girly. I really have. You can totally skip this step, but I'm going to apply fake freckles right now. If you want your fake freckles to look very good, in my opinion, because I've tried every way, and there are photos out there of them looking like shit on me. I think that this is how they look the best, applying them right now and then setting them. This is the best one in my opinion, and I think I've tried them all. This is the Mary Leah Scott. I'm not sure, but I'll show you what it looks like. I had to order this from CVS online because I couldn't find it anywhere else. So I apply little dots on my finger and just put them all over the center of my face, starting on my nose, and then I blow them outward. I'm gonna insert a picture of myself right now of how freckle-faced I used to be. You guys, I was covered in freckles, covered. And of course I hated them. My ex-husband John loved them. And I was like, I'm determined to get rid of these. And I did. I got rid of them by using acids and peel pads on my face. And now I have no freckles left at all. And now I'm taking the time out of my day to apply fake freckles. Isn't that hilarious? So I personally take my fake freckles out all the way on my cheeks, because when you have real freckles, they don't normally just stay in like one gathered zone. And then I'll just take the wand and kind of like freehand a few little ones where I want them. I really like them kind of like gather around my eye area. I don't know why. It's just like my preference. And bitch, let me just tell you, this is a game changer when you have breakouts. Game changer. And it makes your nose look smaller. Okay, for under eye setting powder, I'm going to grab a translucent powder. This is by Kimchi. This is my favorite one ever since they discontinued the Givenchy. I'm going to mix the translucent shade and the pink shade together. Because, like I said, I'm high maintenance. I'm taking a Sephora puff. I'm sorry, you guys, but the Sephora puff is the best, okay? I bought all the ones from Amazon. They're fine. You can totally get away with it. But Sephora puff is the best, and you can rewash it over and over and over, and it continues to hold up. Okay. I'm gonna take that and just press it right underneath the eye area. If you struggle with bad fine lines under the under eye, what you're gonna wanna do is take your beauty sponge, look up, dab, 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 just a little bit, then take this and dab, dab, dab right over top and immediately set that. That's how you're going to avoid creasing aggressively. I take this all down the side of my nose. I set all around this area on the side of the nose. As you can see, I'm not taking this powder like on the face really. I'm just keeping it targeted right there because I'm gonna use a completely different powder on my face. I've been going back and forth recently between two different powders, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. It's still so good. This is the Boucle Silk press powder. I really like them both. Today I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one. This is the Makeup by Ariel Morphe collab brush right here. God, such good brushes. And I'm just going to use the Charlotte Tilbury to set my entire face with this brush. And this will just give you a little extra coverage without too much. And then just lightly going over my nose. See how shiny my forehead is compared to the rest of my face? Like, girl, I know that we love the dew, but we have to add the dew back in at the end because you've got to set your face. If you don't set it, it is going to be a creasy mess. I see so many girls that are trying to achieve like the dewy, glowy look, and in person, their makeup is just creasy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mattify all of it with powders that are easily manipulated, if that makes sense, to making them look glowy at the end. That way your face looks great all day long and your makeup doesn't move. Does that make sense? That was a rant, but you get me. Then I'm taking powder and setting my entire eye area, and this will be the way I prime my eyes for eyeshadow. I'm telling you, this is what I've been doing for the last 15 years of my life, and it's the best way to prime for eyeshadow in my opinion. Set it and forget it. We're matte, bitch. I'm gonna do something crazy. If you've been watching me, you know that this is absolutely insane. I'm gonna go in with a bronzer that has shimmer in it, okay? Just trust me. This is the Hourglass Ambient Light Luminous Bronzer in the shade Light. Big fluffy brush, okay? This is just like a Sephora brush. And then I'm going to just dust this on my cheeks. I used to use this back in the day, but I rediscovered this bronzer this year and I'm like, where did you go? The way it adds just life back into the face, it is so beautiful, and it's not like shimmer. It's just like this glow from within. And ever since I started using this as my bronzer, I get so many compliments. Like the compliments flew in immediately. And I'm like, oh my God, it's that damn bronzer. Like, do you see the way it's just giving me like life? Oh, it's good. Benefit Hoola bronzer. I think I've been using this exact same one for like 10 years. I'm not joking. I'm using an angle brush that I made with Morphe back in the day. And I'm going to use this to go over and contour my nose again. Same way I did with cream, but now with powder. And just blend her out. This is such an extra step. I'm sorry, but it's the perfectionist in me. I go in with MAC Studio Fix powder. Yes, the one that was discontinued. They do not make it anymore. They changed the formula and now it sucks. You heard me, MAC. I said what I said. I'm gonna go back with my baby. And I just take a brush and I'm just gonna press this powder into this area to smooth it out. This is not necessary, but this is just me being a sociopath to make sure that my makeup doesn't move all day long and it just makes it look really even. And I just press it like in certain areas to just blend everything together even more. Okay, so I personally saved my blush for one of my last steps and I have my reasons why. So I'm gonna move on to my eyes now. So I think this is a good time to say go to part 2. Kind of forgot that we were filming TikTok for a second. I thought that we were on YouTube, but yeah, this is a good time. Go to part 2.